Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Currently, the president Muhammadu Buhari is under intense heat and pressure to quit the position he's currently occupying in Str0ng, the position of presidency, because of his dismal performance, especially reflecting back at what has happened these few days in Borno State, the number of killings and other things that has taken place. They are demanding that he should quit that position, and this pressure is coming from no other people but from the Northern Elders Forum. They are telling him resign now. And according to the news, the Northern Elders Forum on Wednesday asked the president, Muhammadu Buhari, to resign. According to the group, the president has failed in the two critical areas of security and economy, and as such has nothing new to offer Nigerians. The Northern Elders Forum spokesman, Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, stated this on channels when he was being interviewed. According to him, he said it is disappointing that after over 5 years of being in office, Buhari still hasn't delivered on the promises he had made to Nigerians when he was first elected in 2015. Baba Ahmed noted that Buhari has asked his predecessor, ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, to resign in 2013 over growing insecurity in the country, and so it is not out of place to demand that he resign over the same security challenge. According to him, he said, "We will continue to ask that Buhari resign. He is democratically elected president. We wish he is doing better, but he is not. Ordinarily, under a democratic system, a leader is supposed to deliver. He is supposed to do two things. He's supposed to secure citizens, and he's supposed to facilitate the economic welfare. He, Buhari, had done the first, hasn't done the first, and he is not doing the second. So explain to me on what basis President Buhari should continue to be our president. However, it is his right to continue to be the president, even if Nigerians are unhappy and unsatisfied with what he is doing. That is his right, but we will not keep quiet. We will continue to speak up that he has failed Nigerians. He is failing Nigerians, and under a democratic setting, we have to raise our voice and say, Mr. President, you are just not good enough for this country. That is just the simple truth. We have respected the president. We understand the difficulty he's facing, and we understand how difficult it is to tell him to resign. But we also have the democratic right to tell him, sorry, sir, you cannot run this country. You have been given 5 years, 6 years to do so, and the situation is just getting worse. We believe that you have nothing new to offer, and the only way is for you to resign. We believe we are speaking for millions of Nigeria. Earlier, the Northern Elders said life has lost its value under the president regime while condemning what happened on Saturday as 43 rice farmers were hacked by insurgency in Borno State. And this has triggered a lot of reactions from Nigerians. And this one says here, Baba Abeg touch Buhari to listen to these guys. 2023 is too far. Another person here say, I doubt if Buhari don't hear about the wetin happened for Borno State. This one says, time for Buhari to go. We need someone fresh and new. Hope Osinbanjo can complete his term. Another one says, when the hand that bite us on the neck reaches the bosom, their cry is the loudest. And that's true. Another person says this is blasphemous. Anyone who comes up with this agitation should be seen as an enemy of the North. Buhari has favored the North with juicy appointment and concentrated key national projects. These has since brought a desired transformation effect on the region. The key and juicy appointment being held by the Northerners is a testament that all the reports of insecurity in the North is to defame Buhari's government. No one can convince me that the stable peace in Katsina is not a product of Buhari indigenship of that state. Likewise, the utter dissemination of BH in the northeast is a weakness that Burota is an indigene of Borno State. So calling for Buhari resignation should be condemned by all well-meaning Nigerians. Don't know what you're saying there because the handwriting is already very vivid, very glaring on the board. Now let's look at this situation. It's really troubling when we continue to see this issue being talked about severally. Now, the first thing that triggered attention of most northerners was when this guy took out time, the Sultan of Sokoto took out time to tell Nigerians the circumstance and situation they are facing in the north, which is seeing those involved in banditry, insurgency, and the likes walking down the streets with even their weapons. He said it's as if no one can stop them. That North is not even fit enough to be a residential place for anyone. And guess what? There's something about this Sultan of Sokoto. He rarely speak out concerning issues, especially whenever it has to do with northern leaders. Rarely you hear the Sultan of Sokoto speak. So for him to come out in a public forum, not just public forum, public forums to speak about this issue, it's an indication that he has gotten to the neck point, and possibly his safety cannot be guaranteed. That's just it. And also, not just that, we have seen staunch believers of Buhari, people we may call Buharists, in different sectors of the economy. Some of them we are hearing it from people who are former governors, for example. Look at what this guy had to say, though he couldn't paint it very well. I'm talking about Okorocha talking to the president and demanding that the service should be changed, and not just that, but even the spokesman and the spokespersons that are working with him, they should be relieved of their job, because the truth is as if they are not communicating the right thing to Mr. President. Here, the Elders Forum have decided to tell him the truth, that it is ideal for him to throw in the white towel honorably, just as he demanded that Jonathan should do it in 2015, and walk away so that we can look for someone who can salvage the country. Because the key responsibility that has been given to him as a president, he has failed woefully in them. And one of the things that we have to understand is the fact that when insecurity begins to be the order of the day, before you know, other crimes will begin to join. Right now, insecurity, kidnapping, and the likes, who are like brothers, banditry, insecurity, robbery, and the likes, working together, will make Nigeria so unfamous when it comes to investment. Foreigners will not want to come in and invest in this country. Look at our naira today. It's still, the pointer is still insecurity. The reason why our naira has nosedived this much is because of insecurity. Because one of the key attributes of valuation of currency is export. But right now, one of the key exports that we normally have was, oil and then agricultural products and all of that, produce and all of that. But right now, the agricultural product, we do not even have enough for the people of Nigeria. Talk less of having enough to export to other countries of the world. I could still remember that Nigeria was exporting cocoa and other things. They were exporting a lot. We were hopeful that it will come a time Nigeria will be exporting tomatoes, corn, maize, and all of that. We were hopeful, but guess what? No one is even close to doing that again. Reason being that insurgency has been prioritized in the north. In other words, people are just entering into it and they are making life so horrible. Look at what happened in this thing in Borno State. Even the guy in charge of insurgency came out and says that it was 78 people that they dealt with. A lot of things are happening. So right now, if this cannot be handled, it's high time the president have a rethink, possibly shift out a little bit, let another person sit in there, and let's see if we can have a better future, especially for the northerners. These guys are like, it's like what they have is about being taken from them, and they are crying and they are wailing. The thing is, by the time you see your close friend, your best associate being, hit by this whole thing, you'll be concerned about it. You understand? So I feel that at this point, it shouldn't be a case of say, why should you talk like that and all of that. It shouldn't. It should be a case of sitting by and having everything. Give yourself a timeline. If I cannot fix this thing before the end of the next 6 months, I have to quit. Nigeria will applaud you. I tell you the truth. They will stand out, doff their caps for you for honoring the Nigerian people, because anybody right now, any person who is termed a poor performer, a non-performer, who will say, well, because Nigerians have been talking about my poor performance, and I've realized that I am overwhelmed with what I'm facing right now in my area of jurisdiction. I have decided to doff my cap, decided to genuflect and bow out. Nigerians will respect you forever. I tell you, it happened to Jonathan. Today he's been celebrated globally because of how much he valued the peace and also the lives of Nigerians. I feel what the cry of the Northerners should be listened to. These are not just some miscreants, some were coming out with placards. These are elder statesmen who are going on national TV to aid their dissatisfaction over the performance of the president. I'm hopeful that the president will listen to them.